In the scorching July evening of 2025, as storm clouds gathered over the Nevada desert, the lives of Emily Rivers and Sofia Mendez changed forever. Emily, a 28-year-old photographer with a keen eye and tousled chestnut hair, stood on the shoulder of a deserted road a few miles outside Las Vegas, desperately trying to get a signal on her dying phone. Her Jeep had broken down in the middle of nowhere, and the searing air shimmered with heat. Suddenly, lights appeared in the distance, a battered pickup truck speeding toward her. Behind the wheel was Sofia, a 26-year-old bartender with golden curls and a bold smile, who had just escaped the chaos of a hectic casino shift, tired of endless work and fake smiles. It all began with the sharp screech of brakes. Sofia leaned out the window, her green eyes sparkling with curiosity. "You okay? Or did you decide to stage a photo shoot in the desert?" she called out, laughing. Emily, initially wary, couldn't help but smile. "My Jeep decided it's time for retirement," she replied, gesturing toward the smoking hood. Without hesitation, Sofia offered help. She knew these roads like the back of her hand, having grown up in a nearby small town. She often fled to the desert to escape Vegas madness. Together, they tried to start the car, but to no avail. In the end, Sofia insisted Emily ride with her into town before the storm hit. Inside the pickup's cab, the scent of leather mingled with the faint cherry lotion on Sofia's skin, blending with the dusty desert air. The conversation started awkwardly. Emily shared her passion for capturing sunsets, while Sofia recounted tales of odd casino patrons. But as the first raindrops tapped the roof, the tension eased. Sofia turned on the radio, and the soft chords of blues filled the space. They laughed about Emily nearly falling while pushing the Jeep and Sofia once spilling a cocktail on her boss. In half an hour, a quiet spark ignited between them, not the kind that flares up instantly, but a warm, steady glow like the embers of a dying fire. In Vegas, Sofia drove Emily to a small motel on the outskirts, where the clouds unleashed a downpour. They dashed under the awning, soaked and breathless with laughter. In the motel lobby, lit by dim lamps, Emily noticed how tenderly Sofia brushed wet hair from her face. "You're beautiful when you smile," Sofia said softly, and time seemed to pause. Emily's heart raced, but fear and doubt surged immediately. She had never been open about her orientation. Her conservative Oklahoma family had made it a taboo. Sofia, on the other hand, embraced her freedom, but carried scars. Her first love had ended in betrayal, leaving her hesitant to trust. They decided to wait out the rain in the motel bar. Over a glass of wine, the conversation deepened. Emily confessed she'd fled home to find herself through her camera lens. Sofia shared how her mother had abandoned the family, leaving her with an alcoholic father, and how the bar became her refuge. A bond grew between them. Both understood loneliness and the fight to be true to themselves. When Emily showed Sofia a desert photo taken before the breakdown, Sofia gasped in awe. "You see the soul in every shot," she said, and their gazes lingered longer than they should have. But drama loomed on the horizon. The next day, when Emily returned with a mechanic to the Jeep, she discovered her camera and all her photos were gone, stolen overnight. She collapsed onto the sand, fighting back tears. Sofia, learning of this, insisted on helping. They searched the area, but to no avail. That evening, sitting on the motel porch under the stars, Emily cried for the first time in ages. Sofia hugged her, and that embrace held more warmth than words. "We'll find a way to reclaim your art," Sofia whispered, and for the first time, Emily felt truly seen. A week later, with the Jeep repaired, Emily chose to stay in Vegas. They began spending time together. Emily photographed Sofia in the desert, while Sofia taught her to mix cocktails. But tension built. One evening, after a long day of shooting, they sat on the motel roof, gazing at the city lights. Emily admitted she feared her feelings. She'd never been with a woman and didn't know how to embrace it. Sofia, her voice trembling, confessed her own fear, but said she couldn't ignore what she felt. Their hands touched, and a lightning bolt illuminated the sky. Gathering courage, Emily leaned in closer. Their lips met in a tender, trembling kiss, their first in this new world. Rain began again, but they noticed nothing but each other. Yet the peace didn't last. A month later, Emily's older brother, Jacob, arrived from Oklahoma. Learning of her relationship, he caused a scene, accusing her of betraying the family. Sofia stood up for her, but the conflict ended in a rift. Emily refused to return home, though the argument left a wound. They decided to leave Vegas and start anew in San Francisco, where they could be themselves. On the way, they stopped in the same desert where it all began. Under the stars, Emily took a new photo, their silhouettes against a sunset. Sofia hugged her from behind, and they knew their story was just beginning.